Okay, so Dracula brutal mode is pretty hard. He's got fast attacks. He's aggressive. It's got bullet hell. It's got zoning ability. It's got a DPS check, a shrinking arena. It's got 3 phases. I mean, this fight is no joke, but it can be done. And here's the thing: I've always believed that the devs never give you more than you can handle. So if a boss fight, for example, requires a shield build or requires a certain build, I'm thinking to myself, this is a bad encounter. If I can't beat that encounter the way that I want to play with the build that I want to have, either the encounter is bad or I'm bad. And that's just something that you have to accept. And I know for a fact V Rising is not a bad game. So this is Brutal Dracula Shieldless. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start just running up to Dracula. Just run right up to him and let him do his little speech. While he's doing that, I'm gonna talk about my skills and my build. I just have a pure damage chaos build. It's Aftershock and Void, and with their respective gems. So I'm gonna cast my whole combo as he charges toward me in wolf form, because that's basically my main DPS phase for phase 1 here. So everything he's throwing at me, while my iframes are down and while my dash is cooling down, I'm just gonna outrange it. It's just the easiest option. So wolf form, charging, do your whole combo kind of behind yourself so that he runs into it. And that is our DPS phase for the most part. That move right there has 5 starfish legs. You just need to get between the starfish legs. Pause, that's not what I mean. I mean get between the points. You can see where it's gonna hit, in other words. So we won't be molesting any starfish. We're just gonna use the analogy. For this, you just want to commit an iframe to dash over the side of this thing here. And remember that, because there's another blood thing that has a barrier like that you're going to need to dash over in the next phase. So phase 1, as with so many boss fights in this game, is just sort of getting you used to the mechanics and the moveset in later phases, at least in Brutal. I don't know about normal, but for you scrubs, for you normal plebes, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. So, yeah, these bats, I'm just going to pause real quick to talk about this. A lot of time you can screw yourself over really bad by moving too much. You can move too much and overshoot the thing you're trying to avoid and end up hitting it, right? So these bats take one simple step, one perpendicular step, in other words, step crosswise to the line. So if he's coming at me from the north, I'm going to step to the east or the west. It's not that complicated. You can see how it works. Just tiny little movements, and when he reappears, just dash away from it, because he will grab you and blood drain you. But you'll almost never need to commit an iframe to a bird. Maybe there are a bat. Yeah. Okay, so phase 1 is basically just rinse and repeat. I'm just letting him charge me and, I guess, exacerbate his own demise this way. So remember that these creatures, these bosses, are nothing to fear. They're bound by their programming. So once you figure out what exactly they can do on what kind of timers and what cooldowns, then you got them. I mean, that's it. Okay, he's about to go phase 2. So here's where the fun actually starts. And I say that very ironically. This is not a fun fight. He summons a crystal, and we're going to blink over that barrier, which I did not do, so I took damage. But only the side of it hurts you, which is good. You could essentially play out this entire fight in this thing while killing the crystal, while dodging his attacks, if you want to. It's not, the interior of it's not going to hurt you. Okay, back to bats, and we're just going to take one little step, just a couple little steps perpendicular, and blink when he comes back, grab some health orbs, dodge the starfish attack. And he's going to re-engage, so I'm going to commit a roll, and then I'm going to commit an iframe to all this nonsense, because why not? It's disgusting. Look at all that. What are you supposed to do? He re-engages. That move sucks. You either have to move weird or iframe out of that when on the re-engage, but it's fine. Oh, I forgot he summons a double. He summons this double that kind of just stands there waiting for you to get too close. I always forget about that guy. But yeah, we're going to kill another crystal. And then this move, he's going to send a slow-moving blood bullet curtain at you. All you really have to do here is kind of derp back and forth. I know I just got hit. It's not the end of the world. You can avoid all of these if you're really stringent about it. It's not that hard to dodge. I'm being kind of lazy because I'm trying to kill this crystal while it's happening, but these are not that big of a deal. You don't want to get hit by a bunch of them, but a couple of them, it's not the end of the world. Go ahead and iframe through this crap, all that, to get to the crystal. And once again, he's re-engaging, so we commit pistol roll to that. Because that re-engage is nasty, so watch out for it. That move is nasty too, so I usually save a dash for that. But as you can see, he's not spamming his moves. Everything's on its own timer. So once you learn the moves, you can just kind of have it in your head. What's he got available? What do I need to have available to deal with it? Right? Okay, so I'm using his ult on him. I don't like this ult. It has a weird cast time and a weird disengage that causes me to take a lot of additional damage that I wouldn't ordinarily. I guess I just haven't been using it enough to know, but I don't really care for the Dracula ult. But you can use it if you want. I'm just using it because the necklace has like hella plus damage to vampires, so I just thought it would be fun in addition to the blood moon. See how fast we could take him down. It wasn't that fast though. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, got hit there. Yeah, that move's kind of nasty. That was kind of nice. We used the same iframe for the 2 attacks that are the hardest to dodge. So that was good. Okay, one more bat phase, and then we're going to get his health all the way down. And I didn't know this because I don't read, like, guides. I don't read spoilers, anything. I like to be surprised. And, oh boy, was I. Was I ever. I thought I finally killed him, but nope. Nope. Well, you're going to see in a second. This was where I had my brief moment of triumph where I was like, oh, yes, fuck yeah. And then I'm like, no, wait, what are you doing? What's going on, Drag? So he is going to summon a bunch of Draculan cultists. And I got lucky that those two spawned together because my entire build is AoE basically. So kind of just nuking them down as my cooldowns come up. But I am using the orange quality Reaper, because it has Summon Undead as a passive. It's got like 25% to Summon Undead on hit. So if I'm auto-attacking with that, you just kind of end up with this little undead army helping you out. I don't think it's that crazy to get that. I mean, it's got a 10% chance to drop from the vampire vendor, so I don't think it's that crazy to have 2 orange items, but here's Drax ults again. And just chomping cultists, killing cultists. Without Blood Moon and without Dracula, this is still very doable with Reaper, but if I didn't have Reaper, I don't know. I feel like he would have healed a lot more the first time I killed him, but I guess I did get lucky that I had the Reaper. Anyway, so we're drinking his blood, and this blood type is awesome, and I'm going to tell you why. Or you're going to see why. Okay. We're going to load him up with DPS right off the bat because our cooldowns are crazy. Like, we have basically no cooldowns in anything. We're just free casting. He's going to do a pushback like Dr. Henry Blackbrew. We can actually dash through again. Remember last phase we were dashing through the curtain of blood? We're going to do that again. These swords that are falling, you're faster than them. So we don't need to commit an iframe for that. The only thing you need to commit an iframe is when he does this pushback and you're about to get hit by a bunch of falling swords or the red curtain. The thing is, this blood type is awesome. Look at my dash timer. Like, look at my cooldown. Like, watch it. That's like a 3-second. It cuts the dash timer in half. You can almost dash all of the blood curtains. The only thing you really have to worry about, and double dash is even better, by the way. Chaos double dash. I forget what a Veil of Chaos. It's so good for this. So, obviously you will still get hit. It is a bullet hell, but with the blood type, with the double dash, you can dash through enough of the red curtains that you should be able to continue to DPS him down throughout that. There is a rhythm to it. And I'm actually gonna point out something else too. This arena continually gets smaller, like it continually shrinks. I actually found out that this blood on the edge hurts you a lot because on my first kill, we killed each other. So I had to run back through it. So I had to use my dash, my double dash, and my pistol dash to get through it because it hurts bad. Like it ticks for like 200. So running for the entrance through that to get back to him was a pain in the butt. But I hope this helps. This is the non-shield way. I still almost died doing it, even with a blood moon, even with every crutch in the world, but it can be done, so we've proven that, if for no other reason. But if you do have any questions, just let me know in the comments or on Reddit or wherever I end up posting this.